Leslie here with Parenting Paused. And this week, let's talk a little bit more about the energetics of feelings. Now, when your kid has a really intense feeling, from the Purejoy view, we see that stress and that feeling actually drives the behavior. So let's say your kid is having a really scary feeling. They're afraid that they're not going to get something, right? For them, not getting candy sometimes can feel like life or death because they have this young regulatory system, and if they have a big desire and then that desire is not met, it can actually feel to them like, they're in danger, they're feeling threatened. So let's say when you say no to that candy and then they hit you, right? Or they bite you or they do something that is expressing their internal experience. Well, in our culture, again, with behavior being the gold standard, of course, then we would feel threatened, again, by that behavior on a logical sense, right? You can't bite me, you can't hit me, but they just did. But again, our perception says there's something wrong with that. Well, actually, if we go underneath that perception, we are going to energetically attune. We talk about attunement so much in attachment parenting. But attunement means, let's say if my kid has that fear, and we're going to imagine that it's an energy ball, right? Or a hot potato, as I like to call it in Purejoy. And so my child, through acting out that behavior, they are also sending that energetic charge my way. Now, if I have a memory inside of me, or I have a place inside of me, of course I do in my mind that says hitting's not okay, biting's not okay. But if I have an energetic memory inside my being that actually is also trying to repress the behavior, maybe I had to repress that behavior as a child. Maybe I didn't have a way to express my fear to the other without them feeling like my behavior was threatening them. So I may have a stored memory in there that actually energetically is stored. And so when my child sends over that energetic configuration or that hot potato or that energy ball, it taps into one inside of me. Now, the way you're going to know this is because you can watch different behaviors are going to be triggering for you. Some behaviors don't bother you at all. That means you don't have an energetic repressed charge in there, so it's not going to get activated. And then you're going to have so much more of your adult capacity to actually work with what is happening for your child in that moment instead of joining them in the energetic charge. And yet, when that energetic charge activates, wakes up a place of memory inside of you or a repression, it is most likely going to feel just as intense as it does in your child. And what have we talked about when that energetic charge gets activated and that feeling wakes up? Then that is going to drive your behavior. So again, you may yell back at your child, or you may try to hit your child with your words, right? Or tell them what they can or can't do. Energetically, you're going to send the charge back over, which again activates the child's charge even more. It feels like more of a threat. So most likely they're going to up their behavior, their ante, and then they're going to send it back to you. And then when it activates yours even more, you may have to even act more powerful, right? It may drive your intensity of, I got to be in charge here. I need to control this. You will listen to me. I will time you out. I will put you away, whatever it is. But again, remember, your behavior is also coming from that same charge. So the beautiful part of the Safe Seat, and if you have not listened to that, go to the website and you can download a free 5-day video series of the Safe Seat. But in the Safe Seat, what we are doing is recognizing that we are activated, that energy has come into us and has charged us. And yet we are not going to act it out. In our adulthood, we are going to take ourselves to our safe seat, be able to work with that energetic charge. It's not to get rid of it. It's to actually welcome it in a safe place, not to charge it out on your child or not to turn it into self-aggress on yourself, but to actually re-engage with that energy in a safe place and offer it kindness and offer it a place to move through all the way so that it doesn't act out or self-aggress in. And then we can offer it kindness, move it through, and then we can show up for our children in creating a new state of being that they can attune to. Now they can attune to our sense of emotional safety, and then they can calm their nervous systems, which does change the behavior. All right, lovies, I hope you have a wonderful week this week, and we'll see you again next week with Parenting Paused. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Purejoy message out. Come on over to the Purejoy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Purejoy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Purejoy work.